Yeah, I'll then redo this thing. Hello everyone, this is Ryan from the YIMBY Arts project. So, how you feeling, Yang Yang? It's still in the dumps, maybe? Yeah, it's been a tough week for the Yang Yang this week, you know. So we had high hopes in Iowa, and we thought we were going to take the whole thing, and then it didn't quite work out, and now we're kind of feeling bad after, you know, I got the news that Yang has dropped out as of yesterday. So, you know, that was it. But I wanna make a video here, just thanking the Yang Gang for all the support that you've been giving me up until this point. Like when I first started my channel, I had literally like 5 subscribers. Now I'm up to 1.1k, and this is like basically no marketing, you know. And this was purely due to the Yang me being involved with the Yang campaign and the Yang game being supportive. So I really appreciate that, you know. But this is not a goodbye video. In fact, you know, it's actually just the beginning. So I still believe in this, Gartner hype cycle. There's a lot of different names for this chart, but our kind of the Yank campaign was that we didn't quite make the chasm here, right? We were a group of full of innovators and early adopters, and a lot of us in the Yang Gang are really, really creative, really smart, really motivated. But we weren't quite able to reconcile, I would say, you know, kind of like differences between us and the general public. So you know, there's a lot of, I'm sure lots of people are going to be talking about why, you know, why we didn't do as well in New Hampshire and Iowa as we originally thought. But we have the time to think about that now. So I'll make more videos about that later. But in regards to this project, I'm going to be talking about housing, technology, because those are kind of like my staple topics, but I'm also gonna still be talking about Andrew Yang. And the thing is, in a lot of ways, it's not gonna change what I do here because I got interested in Andrew Yang due to his zoning policy, right? Remember this thing? This was the first web page that I looked at with Andrew Yang. Oh man, thank you, Yang Yang. Ah, wow, they changed the format of it. Content is the same though. But I'm here because he said NIMBY, right? NIMBY out loud. No other candidate is. They're too afraid to dare utter these words because you know a lot of these people are big time donors in their campaign, and you know you don't want to make those people mad. But Andrew Yang, he don't care. You know, he just says it out loud. It's the NIMBYs and zoning laws that is the problem. The rest is history. Then I got hooked. You know, that's how I got involved. So the thing is, you know, okay, one, we don't know what Andrew Yang is doing next, right? He literally just dropped out, you know, yesterday, and then so now it's like, okay, what comes next? There's rumors going around that other campaigns are starting to court him for possible VP or cabinet positions. We don't know what's going to happen with that. we might not know for a really long time, only because if you look at the race, it's still a 5-way race, and we have no idea who's going to be the front runner, right? Like, yeah, okay, like certain candidates have done fairly well in the early states, but those are only 2 states. There's still hundreds and hundreds of delegates to go, so we don't know yet. But I am still going to talk about Andrew Yang because he's just an interesting guy, and I'm pretty sure all you folks who came to this channel probably want to see more of what is Yang up to. Is he going to finally contact me about housing? Now that he has more time, maybe, or maybe I'll have to go prod him again. We'll go see. I don't know. He has more time now. I can. So try to look at the bright side of things. Like, right, like there's a lot of things Yang can't say out loud because he's Andrew Yang, the presidential candidate. But if he's in some other position or free agent or whatever you want to call it, he might be able to actually do more. So we'll see. And so, what the Yang Yang, one thing I've noticed is that the Yang Yang seems to be pretty guilt driven. I'm a little bit the same way, like if I don't do the right thing in the perfect way, I get a little antsy, right? And it's like, yep. But you have to like be careful not to let that turn into like self-doubt or beating yourself up. I've seen a couple of Yang Yang being like, it's my fault that Andrew Yang lost because I didn't phone bank that one time. I ate a burrito instead of phone banking. I'm sorry, Andrew. No. Yeah, don't do that. It's not your fault. And that's it. It's not your fault. So stop blaming yourself. So one thing I have noticed though is that now that the campaign's finally over, and this is where politics gets weird. But people who are like, literally like misrepresenting us and like attacking us politically, now all of a sudden they're all nice to us. Wait, what happened? Well, I don't know whether it's sincere or not. Is debatable, but they are. This is what politicians do, right? It's seen as being graceful for saying nice things about someone that you beat in the race. So I'm glad they're still doing that. But there are people from other campaigns and people who are just kind of looking on the sidelines who everybody was watching us while we're doing this. So and they do have judgments about how supporters of certain campaigns have been conducting themselves, right? And our Yang Gang group has an overwhelmingly positive impression or reputation. We're known as our campaign has run with a lot of integrity, transparency. We're very data driven, and these are traits that people find desirable, right? In a lot of different contexts. So now's the time to cash out. And it's like, hey, I work for the Yang Gang campaign, and like, check it out. And I think for the most part, most people are going to find it very positive. So, if you're going back to your regular life, it's something to consider. We have done well, and I've gotten a lot of messages of congratulations in the last day or two. So that's been pretty nice. Yeah. And this is the important thing. So we have to stay in touch. Now, part of the reason why we weren't able to perform as well as we wanted to is because a lot of other campaigns have infrastructure, built in, right? Like for example, Bernie had his kind of apparatus from 2016 still there when he went to Iowa, so it was a lot easier for him to mobilize people, right, in those states. we didn't have one. We had nothing like that, you know? And so we were trying to spin it up in real time, and we tried really, really hard, but keep in mind that's not easy, you know? The startup metaphor is like you're trying to build a plane in midair while you're falling down a cliff, right? That is what a startup is. You're like, oh no, you know, like here's all the parts, and we have to put it together before we uh, I don't want to say what happens when you hit the ground, but so anyway, you know, long story short, we are still here, and this is kind of where our journey is going to begin, you know. And the encouraging thing I've seen among the Yang Gang is that it seems like a lot of people, like I've done politics before in the YIMBY stuff and a few other things, but politics is very depressing sometimes, you know. Sometimes you try your best, you canvas, you know, you canvas your heart out, you do all the calls, and sometimes you still don't win. But interesting thing about the Yang Gang is that I don't feel that sort of like existential dread. You know what I'm talking about? Like where it's like, okay, oh man, everything is hopeless now. Only because you guys are so positive, and you try, you know, it's hard, but you actually at least try to look at the good that could come out of all of this. And I do think, at least looking at social media, you know, like people are stepping up. The Yang Yang is talking about getting involved with local politics. They're talking about like now they're shifting their focus to pro UBI candidates like Tulsi. They are also shifting focus to pro UBI candidates in the local and congressional levels, right? David Kim, right? David Kim in LA is running on a pro UBI platform. He quit his job to run for this. You know, he's serious about it, you know. So I see a lot of things happening right now, and you know, I wish I was like expecting. I was trying to. I was like, I had this idea that yeah, maybe now's not the time, but I didn't want to. You know, I really hoped it was going to be 2020, because 4 more years of the same old is a long time, you know. But yep, that's the reality. That's where we're here, and we're gonna try climb up this mountain right now. I think we can do it, and now that we have the time to do it, we can start talking about UBI in a way. You know, we've gotten to this point where we're starting to normalize the conversation around universal basic income. That is amazing, right? And if you think about it, if you next time Yang runs and we make sure that that message is solid, he could really win. Like, you know, he could really win like kind of big time. So yeah, so that's about it. And again, Yang Gang, thank you for everything. And again, this is not goodbye. I'm gonna be making videos all the time. You know, as much as possible. I will be still live streaming. I'll be talking about a little bit different things, but overall, things are going to be the same. You know, I like Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang says interesting things, and I like making content about interesting things. So Andrew Yang will be in the picture, you know, in some way or form. In fact, I'm probably going to talk about him a lot this week, so keep an eye out for that. So, okay, so again, thank you again. Hold your head up high. You know, things are going to get better, and thank you for everything again. Okay, so take care and see you in the next video. Hey, I am back. I am back from the torturous experience that is the phone. Phones are evil. Yeah, what do I do about my vote? I kind of want to like switch my vote over to Tosi, but then now it's all black and shit. So now what do I do? Can I get another one? You know, I already filled it in. Andrew Yang, what am I gonna do now? Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter that much. I know. I really. That's okay. Just put in Andrew Yang. You know, they still have to count it technically, so it might show up. I had a good talk with Andre today, so I think I'm gonna be tomorrow. I probably, well, I don't know. It depends on how it goes, but tomorrow I'm gonna be probably try to write all day. So I may or may not be online, but if I have time, I'll try. Yesterday was a big loss for America. It's a big loss for everyone, man. Who's Andre? He's this guy I'm talking to. He's a guy, a dude from the hood. You know, Andre from the hood. I didn't tell you about him. You know what'd be hilarious if Andrew Yang won California from mail-in ballots. But I don't know. That's not likely at all. But it's okay. I don't care. I'm just gonna send in Andrew Yang. You know. Yeah, it's rough, right, man? Like, people came from all the way from outside of the country just to, you know, just to be part of the thing. Joe Rogan is rough. Ah, man, my mom was thinking of canceling our Japan trip because of the coronavirus. I'm like, what? No. Don't do that. Don't, I don't know. Yeah, maybe she's, yeah, well, I don't know. My parents are older, so maybe they're vulnerable to it. It's just, man, you can't live your life in fear, you know? Yeah, so there's a Yang. Actually, let me get that. Yeah, let me get the link to you. I'll get you the mobilize link. 7 p.m. Humanity First party at the thing. Mobilize. There we go. So 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Saturday. So, this will likely be the last Yang event in a while, like official, right? Oh, it's not even official. It's like volunteer organized, like, yeah. So, but it'd be nice to see everyone, you know. Yeah, and I don't know, like the Yang Gang is still figuring things out, right? So give it some time, but I think over time we're gonna start seeing like hey, Yang Gang community group in LA, you know, things like that popping up. I hope I don't have to be the one who runs it, but you know, but who knows? Maybe I have to around university right now. I'm always trying to avoid responsibility. You know, I'm just like I don't want to. Who wants? I've seen. Who wants to be the boss? Now, I mean, seriously. Sure, we have done conducting themselves. And see. You know, guard. I had. Now I'm up as of yesterday. How you feeling, Yang Yang? Still in the dumps? Hello everyone, this is Ryan from the YIMBY Arts project. Okay. This is it. This is my. Well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. This is my last. See? I am back from the. Oh wait. In fact, I'm probably going to talk about him a lot this week, so keep an eye out for that. So, okay. So again, thank you again. Hold your head up high. You know, things are going to get better, and thank you for everything again. Okay. So, take care and see you in the next video. So what is that? You live your life in concern and self-pity. Wait, my mom taught me that. I guess it's love. I have no idea what you just said. So, like I said, don't. This is not the end. This is the beginning. In fact, I'll be going, yep. I should go. I need to go. I really need to go. So, yes, I am going. So, you know, okay, now that the campaign's over, is it time to stop talking about Angie Yang? I don't think so. I think I'll remove Yang 2020. I could put Yang 2024, but that's a little, yeah, I don't know about that. So, because the thing is, Andrew Yang is my cash cow, okay? Andrew Yang is my cash cow on my on my YouTube channel. If I stop talking about Andrew Yang, nobody's gonna watch my stuff. You know, I still gotta talk about him. This is Andrew Yang fan club. YouTube. This one's fine. Can I change this? Can I change this? That's not a game, unless the game is Democratic primary simulator. That. Thank you. Will you? How are you holding up, Billy? Something. You're marking on your tears over Corona. So oh, that's what you're talking. I'm getting mixed up. Told you self Pokemon shit. I know. What am I doing? Instead, I've lost. Oh, I lost a lot of money betting on Andrew Yang. Hey, sometimes you don't win. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, you gotta get over it. You know, I don't want to be mean, but sorry about the Y Yang thing. Oh yeah. Hey man, it's alright. You're very nice. You're very nice to me when you're here, so. 2,000 sparks. 100 sparks. 100 sparks. Am I missing something? Is that... I don't know. I don't understand how Mixer works. That's a problem. I have a Discord. I had a Discord since the beginning. You like you in my channel? Aw, thanks, man. It means a lot. It means it means a lot because, like, dude, if you don't like my channel by now, I'm fucked. Oh my god, I'm thinking about doing this for a living. And I'm like, it's all. That's the sort of thing I've been talking to Andre about, and he has a lot of experience with running a business, and so I'm learning a lot from him. Andre also used to be in a gang. He grew up in the bad parts of town, but now he's like super smart and he's like doing well as a housing developer guy. So it's gonna be interesting. You gotta open up your stream to a broader audience. Yes, I agree, Billy. But see, what got me to this point is Andrew Yang. You know, what got me to this point is Andrew Yang, and I gotta, I have to acknowledge that, right? Like, he did me a big favor in a lot of ways, even though he probably doesn't even know who I am. But so anyway, thank you, Yang Gang, for the, what's the appropriate adjective here? Yeah, see, but the Yang people have gotten my channel up to the point, so now I have to find out, okay, this is why it's gonna be crazy, because I have to, it's like, how am I gonna pivot, right? I'm still gonna talk about Andrew Yang for a while, right? Like, what did he do well, what did he didn't he do well, that kind of thing. I'll reflect on the experience a little bit in a non-toxic way. You know what I mean? So let's put the journey. I think the I'll put Yang 2024. Yang Gang Forever. That's a new hashtag. I'm pretty sure I'm Yang Gang Forever now. Like, for real. Like, I'm in too deep now. I cannot. If I talk to some random person on the street, I'm like, "Are you Yang Gang?" And they're like, "No." Okay, then that's fine, but I don't trust you as much. You have to earn my trust. You just spent 10,000 sparks on you? Really? I'm sorry, I don't understand what that means. That sounds terrible. Okay, wait. Mixer. I'm like literally streaming on 5 different platforms, 9 different platforms. Sparks boost your embers or give you money. Okay, I should probably look that up because it's money. But if true, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dimply Cargo. You can't look at it my password though. Okay, I don't remember my no, I know what it is. I am live, okay. Yeah, I'm worried about that too, QOP. Some people are taking it real hard, and I understand. I understand. Hey, look, it's me in me. You did give me sparks. Wow, holy crap. Wow, thank you. Why? Why are you giving me all these, why are you giving me sparks? This looks confusing. So, if I go in here, go to my loot. No. My billing. No, not billing. My... Okay, wait. Oh, damn it. I saw it. Shit. I know, it's just like, hey, like, just yesterday you were like telling me how Andrew Yang was gonna destroy the world and he's a, you know, Satan incarnate, but now all of a sudden he's like your best friend. You know, I'm like, okay. And it's like the same people saying that too. You know? Like with like AOC, right? She was like blatantly lying about like how Yang's UBI thing worked, and now it's just like, oh man, you know, it's so great. Now that you lost, right? That's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like, if anything you learn is that there's a lot of people out there who are supportive until you talk about winning. You know? I should apply to partner. Okay, then you get the money. Oh, I can't get the money until I sign up. I see. So I gotta sign up. Sure, I like money. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, see, I applied. And I have a 1 million sparks, which I have no idea what that means, but I'm assuming it means something. But either way, I appreciate it. You're the first one to do something like this my entire time here, so. Hey, if you have any, you know, if you have any, like, tips on how can I do better with my Mixer channel, right? Because sparks boost embers, and embers are money. Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Alright, so I applied to their monetization thing, so says they'll get back to me in 24 hours, so we'll see then. Stopping every now and then. This is NPR. What your support? Well, you know what's more likely gonna happen, Aqua, is that I'm gonna be like, you know, let's do a simulation. Alrighty. So you know, I'm eating something. I'm like, all right, and then I'm drinking my drink. Like, you know, I'll be talking about whatever, you know, like, hey, you know, like 100 sparks and yada yada. Oh man, did you hear? Lakeshore Apartments is having a 5-bedroom deal for 2,500. That's a killer deal, man. Okay, and then and then like, oh, then I'll just go back to talking about other stuff. You know, it's like a subliminal, you know, lots of streamers do that, you know, lots you know, lots of streamers do that, you know, like they're like, guaki yerba mate sparkling cranberry. You never seen a 5-bed apartment before? Me neither. I made it up in my mind. That's how cheap it is. You know, super cheap. I think a 5-bed apartment is called a house. You know, probably. Yeah, it's called a house. If you have 5 bedrooms in a building, it's probably a house. Yeah. Okay. But I need to get this out. You know, just a thank you. And after today, all of my videos will be 5 minutes or less. I'm trying real hard to be more concise. And unfortunately, because of the, you know, as Andre calls it, those fucking millennials with short attention spans. You know, we gotta condense our content into tiny, digestible chunks, and I'm like, what? Man, isn't that a little condescending and insulting to people's intelligence? And he's like, no, it's our job to summarize complex topics into sound bites. That's our work. And I'm like, that's hard, man. Apple Pen. Anyway, Andre's a good guy. Okay. Andre said, fuck. You don't even know who Andre is. Andre used to be in a gang, man, I think. Or he grew up in the hood, or he grew up in a bad area, so he's seen some shit, man. Me, I'm really so sheltered, in a lot of ways. I grew up in a pretty stable household, and I mean, my career is crazy all over the place, but yeah, he says fuck, he says fucking. Yeah, that's great. I can say whatever I want now, because now that he's not running anymore. Hey, so you motherfuckers should build some more housing, don't you think so? Huh? It's like, Ryan, what if the people in Iowa hear that? It doesn't matter anymore. Fuck them. They destroyed the country. Oh, man. No, just kidding. Just kidding. No, we gotta be nice. You gotta be nice to the Iowa folks, because they're gonna remember 4 years from now. Because like, you've been to Iowa, right? Those folks who've been to Iowa, there's nothing there. So the Iowa caucuses is the only thing they have look forward to. And if you say something bad about them, they're gonna remember 4 years from now. Yeah, I'll stop. Yeah, get off my lawn. Wow, so all these folders are like, they'll be kinda... That's it, that's the end, man. Let's put it in this will be in every single Yang Gang folder. Man, remember when I used to play video games? Tony Pony wants it. He did that last time too. He came in last time. I was like, no, I'm not gonna debate with you about whether white people are superior or not. I mean, dude, like, why that topic? Why not, like, can we talk about something else? He came into my channel and he was like, do you want to debate about why white people are superior to every other? I'm like, no. Like, no. I flatly told him no. Like, because I'm like, why? Why would I do that? I know, Pony Tony. I guess, as much as you make fun of him, he does have his thing. He has his, like, it's only a little bit, like, it's not quite Nazi, but it's like, it's getting there. It's true. I wonder why nobody wants to debate him. I wonder why. I don't... Oh, man. Is like going down memory lane, all these video game. I'll debate him if he wants to talk about something other than race. What about economics or what about housing? No, you can tie that into race too. He's gonna be like, all the superior white people live in single family homes, and I'm like, dude, no. I already can see that the disaster unfolding. I'm gonna talk a lot about cryptocurrency because this is the only good thing going on in my life right now. Yeah. I know he's gonna figure out how to tie it back in, right? That's the scary part. It's like, well, which do you like? Do you like apples or do you like oranges? And he's like, well, I like apples better because I read an article somewhere that there are more white people working in that industry, and I'd be like, oh. I mean, what do you say to that, right? Like, what can you say to that? What is there to say? I don't know. YIMBY Arts, Yang. There you go. There you go. That's a nice picture. And just gonna put very very basic Yang Gang. Just all the slogans. Shit, no. Don't. Okay. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna go back to housing. I'll be also talking about crypto because that'll be relevant. The great thing about Yang is that I can talk about random shit and then just kind of like tie it back into him. Right. Cause he's like interested in everything, he's a smart guy. Let me know what Paget's saying. I hope she's feeling better. The people were anti-SPP were saying, nope. Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm like, all 100% of city council members and board of supervisors in San Francisco, 100% of them, 100% of them opposed SB 50, and they're on record saying that. And then Bernie endorsed them. It's a very direct connection. It's not, it's not circumstantial. Bernie was like, "Hey, you're a NIMBY. I endorse you." It is very. And so, anyway, I know there's gonna be a bunch of like Bernie people coming in here, probably pretty often, and they're like, "Hey, are you gonna support Bernie and Bernie now?" I'm like, "No." Tiny Wang Gang, BTF. Oh yeah, I'll ban this guy. Okay, give me a sec. Man. It's just like the internet. See, this is why we need a license. We need a license to surf the internet. I'm serious. People like these need to be curbed somehow, or at least, one way to solve this problem here is like, if you have cryptocurrency. Oh, he left already. Damn it. He lives up to his name. Ban evader in NIT. So he comes in and he says something real toxic, and then he leaves. That's his thing. Improve their troll game. On one hand, I agree with you, positivity. On the other hand, I kind of want them to stay dumb. It's like, do you want the criminals to become smarter? I don't know, right? But it doesn't matter because nothing's going to change anyway. So, uh, so I'm gonna see what happens. It'll be interesting. I'm gonna leave. So I'm probably gonna take down that sign in a few days. Not gonna not gonna take it down right away, but I'm gonna leave Andrew Yang's name. I know what. I could just cross it out. I'll just cross it out. Cross out for president. And it'll just be Andrew Yang, and they're like, hey, did you know he dropped out? I'm like, yeah. What about it? Education. Oh, this would be news and politics. But I think I'm pretty comfortable saying that, hey, I'm Yang Yang for life, like for real. And oh man, I met so many interesting people due to this campaign. It's just like it's been a ride. I just put United States because this is America. Also made in a video to thank. Oh yeah, man, I don't know about Reagan, man. I'm too tired to talk about Ronald Reagan right now, but he was something, that's for sure. Yeah, I agree. He was a thing, yeah. Was he a good thing? That's debatable, but he was definitely a thing. Oh yeah, no, she made 3 tweets, and she's like, she clarified that she is pro UBI, so she was encouraging Yang Yang to come join her, and some of them did, And so, yeah, sure, why not, right? If you think she can help spread the message, but what was I gonna say? Her chances of clenching the nomination is really, really low. But if you think it can, if you think it can help spread the message, that's cool. So I'm gonna probably, I don't know what she's doing. She raised her she raised 1.5 million, and I got an email from her today, in fact. Or today or yesterday, saying that she was like, yeah, we made our 1.5 million fundraising goal, let's keep it going. And I'm like, keep it going to where? What's she doing? I don't know. You think I know? Do you think? Don't you think Trump is fixing? Nobody is fixing housing, Fiddly. Nobody. If someone was fixing housing, we wouldn't have seen the 12% jump in homelessness in LA, That wouldn't have happened. Oh god, I see, like, you gotta. Like, you know, now that Yang's out of the race, I'm just like, I don't care anymore. You know, like I don't care. I'm just like, yeah, Warren said this, and Bernie said that, and then Pete was like, hey, cut that out, and then Biden was like, vote for me, and then, you know, Amy Klobuchar, who I like, by the way. You know, Amy has warmed up to me a little bit, but still, I'm like, who can win? Who can beat Trump? Trump's approval rating it went above 50. Democrats, I don't know. What are the Democrats polling at right now? Democratic Party approval rating. This is from a while ago. Where is the latest? Ugh, I don't know. This might just confuse things because there's different polls and they're done by different people. And it's like, but we know that Trump's approval rating used to be at 41%, and like the Democratic Party was like bragging about that. And then impeachments happened, right? This is post-impeachment, so the impeachment was supposed to make Trump look real bad, and everyone was gonna go like, oh my god, you know. And then instead, his polling numbers went up. So what the fuck, right? Like, what are you doing? Like seriously, what are you doing? What are you doing, Democratic Party? Like you are not helping. I'd rather have Amy than Pete. I agree. Actually, Amy would be the most palatable candidate to me right now, you know? She's a centrist, she's a moderate. She knows how to reach across the aisle and get stuff done, like she always says, like it shows in her record. But, oh yeah, oh man, the PSP guys are pissed. Do you see that? Did you see that picture of, I don't know who did it, but someone, I'm guessing it was, it probably wasn't Cody, but, one of the PSV guys punched the wall in his apartment, and there's a big hole in it now. Which candidate is closest to fixed housing? No one. No one is. Trying to think. And theoretically, right? Theoretically speaking, like this is in the world of theory now, not reality. But in the theory world, Warren has a pretty decent housing plan, you know? Housing plan, right? I'll put up the zoning one. So like, right? She put out this a while ago. This was back in March? Yeah, long time ago, even way before I got involved. But see, she got this right. She is correct here. So they are, in a weird way, Elizabeth Warren and Andrew Yang. Right? Is saying the same thing, but she does not call out the NIMBYs, you know? The NIMBYs really need to be called out, and honestly, they really need to be, like, kind of, like, pushed back, like, because they have propaganda everywhere. So are the Yang Gang getting behind Warren now? I doubt it. We are... The Yang Gang is... So me, personally, me on a personal level, I am not supporting any other candidate because I feel like they're kind of a waste of time. Like, no offense, but they're wasting their time. They're just gonna lose to Trump this year. So... And I don't really have the time to, like, support candidates I feel have no chance. So don't try to convert me. Long story short. You can try other Yang Gang, you know? Other Yang Gang, some of them are going to Bernie, some of them are going to, they're like, okay, I'll vote for whoever's a Democrat. And then some people honestly have switched over back to Trump. You know? So, the 42% of the Yang Gang are, you know, they're independents. So, a lot of them will go back to Trump. Now, that's unfortunate. Democratic Party just lost, you know, potential new crossover members, right? There's a few people in the Yang Gang who are like torn between Yang and Bernie, so some of them will go. You know, and it's okay. You know, it's fine. People have a choice, but I think most people are just gonna stay home. I'm gonna stay home. I cannot bring myself to vote for Trump, even though it doesn't even matter in California. But I do not like Trump. You know, I can't. I don't think he's good. So, yes, I'm probably just gonna stay home. Yeah, well, see that's a double-edged sword, you know, positivity. We had like one of our main you know, one of our main Yang Gang celebrities was Fred, right? Fred the felon. He literally went to jail for committing a felony. And he's one of our, you know, he's one of our celebs. then we have Paget, you know, like a pretty Asian young women actor, and then, you know, she's our Yang Gang general, as we like to call her. Then you have people like me who are like, you know, hey, I'm talking about housing and crypto at the same time. So we got all kinds, man. We got all kinds from all over. Yeah. Yeah, so the thing with Yang is that, the humanists try to make a whole video, you mean like sucking up the Yang Gang? Oh, bad. These people, bad. These people. I know, right? Like, going to a Biden... Like, I've heard stories of people going to Biden rallies and Biden, you know, fundraisers. It is depressing, man. It just sounds like a bad time, you know? So, hey, I had fun, okay? I wasted a lot of time. Well, I don't want to call it a waste. It wasn't a waste. I learned a lot. But I spent the whole year doing this. I could have been working a job and making money, but instead I was just like yanking people. And no, see? But I'm saying I feel like it was worth it. You know? I feel like it was worth it. I feel like I'm a better person as a result of doing all of these, you know? Yeah, you gotta give it your shot, man. And yeah, I said some things that were incorrect. You know, I said, hey, Yang's gonna win now. Many, many times. And I was wrong. But here's a secret, nobody gives a shit. You know, nobody remembers. It's okay, you know, it's okay to get excited and, like, you know. So, yeah, you know. Yeah. So, I don't know, I had a good time. My favorite thing, I was just like, it gave me a network of people that I actually like, you know. That's very, it's hard to make friends in cities sometimes, you know, and then so this gave me friends, right? Gave me friends, people I want to hang out with in the future. Everybody's a little bit sad right now, but they'll get over it, and then things will get better, you know? I can be a little bit callous about it just because, like, a couple of weeks ago, they killed SB50, which was like this bill we were working on for years. They just killed it. And I was like, well, you know, this was a bill that was supposed to get us out of the housing crisis, right? And then nope, they just killed it. They're like, nope, we don't want to live near poor people, so fuck you. And so I'm like, oh well, there it goes. Humanity shoots itself in the foot again. Wah wah. You know. Taking off. Okay, see you, man. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, right. Yang did a lot. Like, he has ran an amazing campaign, and you guys should be proud of that. You know, you should be proud that you were part of that. And you know, right now I gotta go look for work now. You know, I'm running out of money. Uh, unless I can figure out how to grow my channel in 5 easy steps in 5 days, but you know it's not that easy. So hey, across. There's gonna be a Yang Con. Oh, excellent! I'll go to that. Yeah, Yang's gonna be back. Don't worry. Yeah. And the thing, that's why it doesn't feel bad, you know? It doesn't feel bad because you're gonna start a channel actually in the election over, right? See? See, there's a good example right there, right? Across is gonna do this new thing, because, you know, he was, that's what I hear a lot too, you know? Like, I hear Yang Gang, like, man, this campaign inspired me to start my own business, or this campaign, because of this, I started doing that. This campaign got me out of depression. You know, that's amazing, right? Getting you out of depression. And we gotta be careful not to relapse. So that's why we need to keep these things going. Because, you know, like, situations like that, it gets worse if you feel like there's no one there, you know, for you. So, yeah, it'll work out. It'll take some time. You know, it's gonna probably take a few months, but I think eventually we'll have a network of people. So if there's a Yang Con, I'm there. I have a few business opportunities thanks to the Yang Gang, but I can't really. You're going to Disneyland, okay. What is this? Oh. To be honest, though, the first thing I thought was a computer that from Captain Winter, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh no. See, if you put yourself on the Yang Gang network, you put yourself on the Yang Gang network, you know what they're gonna do? The government is gonna come in and then be like, "Hey, who's this guy? Should keep an eye on him." Student willing to help with canvassing, decent amount of free time. I don't know, man. I don't know, Will. You need to put on some kind of watch list. Ah. This is nice. So what's this? So they spent the last of their budget to put up a sign like that. Good. You know, we're prepping ourselves for 4 years from now. Okay, I'll sign up for this. You know, maybe they have a better version of what I'm trying to do. You know, they have a lot more money than I do, if you noticed. Wait, what happened? You know where Kai lives? Is Will there? It's just a zip code, okay? It's just a zip code. It's not gonna give I did not ask for their full address. Cause I know that's not a good idea on the internet. Okay, hold on. I'm just signing up for this thing. Which of Andrew Yang's policies are you most excited about? Universal basic income. Value added tax. I'm so excited about value added tax, guys. Hope to see you in 4 years. Well, I'm gonna be here. You know, I was just saying to people that, in a lot of ways, what I do here isn't gonna change too much. I'm still gonna make my videos. They'll probably be talking a lot more about housing, but Andrew Yang is everywhere, man. He's talked to everyone. You know, so I could just be like, oh, you know, cryptocurrency is this and that, and oh, by the way, Andrew Yang said this, and then, you know, just stick him in, right? So. Okay, well, doesn't hurt. I'm gonna sign up. I'm gonna sign up for. Let's sign up for this Humanity Forward thing. I suggest you guys do too. Yeah, see, there's like a lot of, you know what's happening right now with the Yang Gang? So you know what's happening right now with the Yang Gang is that, like, they have all this energy that was going towards the campaign, and they don't know what to do with it now. You know? Yes, hey, yes, Hank. This time, Yang did drop out, so we are in wind down mode. We're winding down. Make Yang video for next stream. Please join me. Okay, well, let me know. Let me know when you get, maybe you could run a packet. I would need to... Man, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, so... 2024... Okay, we don't know yet, okay? Like, we don't know what Yang is gonna do next. Like, is he gonna be a VP candidate? Or is he gonna do... Is he gonna do... Like I said long ago, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, but nobody gets any points for being right, you know? That's the thing. That's not what it's about. You know, when you're an entrepreneur, you're gonna be wrong like 90% of the time. And you're just hoping for that 10% or 5%, or you knock it out of the park, you know? That's what I'm going for, you know? So being wrong does not bother me. But you're right. He did not win. Okay? So you're gonna spend the next 4 years making videos, huh? Damn. See, that's dedication. How much did I bet? I bet 1,000. You know, I bet 1 Yang. You know? And again, it was risky. You know, it was risky, and I was willing to lose it, you know? Sticks, how to imagine where Yanks will go to next, if anything at all. Well, we performed better than expected. Alright. 5% in Iowa on your first presidential run on 0 experience. It's pretty good. But yeah, you know. Perform as expected? Okay, well, we run in different sticks. Well... yeah, here it is. Well, I was gonna say, so... to me, from my point of view, Yang was basically the Democratic Party's last hope of defeating Donald Trump this year. Okay. Yeah, see you around. I may not be around for long. Today was more of a, hey, let's just hang out. Let's just hang out today, talk about things. Tulsi's another hope. Yeah, I agree, Hank. And so, yeah, I hate to admit it, but the people on the right who are telling me, yeah, Yang is great, but, you know, the Democratic Party is just gonna crush him, right? And I'm like, wow, yeah, they're trying real hard, but we'll overcome it. But, not quite. Or I can just vote for Trump. No, thank you. No, thanks. Tulsi Yang, well, let's see, man. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the Tulsi campaign. All I know, well, let me get that email. Let's see. Where did I delete it? Where did it go? Tulsi Gabbard. February is today. February 11th. Oh, okay, this was yesterday. And yeah, I can show this to you guys. Who would you vote for between Buttigieg and Trump? Oh God. Probably Pete, just because he's younger. But that's with the, that's with the disclaimer that I dislike them both. you know. Do something. I am doing something, man. Look at Tulsi Gabbard. See, he was like, Ryan. I was just like, we don't know the results yet, but before we do, hey, we made our fundraising goal, right? 1.5 million, right? In the context of like Bernie's 30 million, it's really tiny, but as far as I can tell, she ain't giving up yet. I see no indication that she's gonna give up yet. So what is she doing? What is she doing? I don't know. I don't know. What is she gonna do? She's gonna like jump out of the, she's gonna jump out. Like Mike Bloomberg is gonna be like, yeah, I'm Mike Bloomberg, and I make very snarky comments from my billionaire podium. And then Tulsi's gonna come in and like chop his head off, I don't know. What is she gonna do? You think if Yang runs again, he'll skip Iowa, go to I don't it's about 4 years too early to be thinking about that stuff, Kilpie. Hello, I am Michael Bloomberg. I am a very nice guy, and I found this black person to say that about me. That's what is I found this black lady to say nice things about me. Go. That's what his whole Super Bowl commercial was. And then Trump did the same thing too. He was like, hey, economy's doing so good for Latinos and black people, Vote Trump again. 2 old white guys from New York basically saying the same thing on a Super Bowl commercial. They spent $10 million on a 60-second ad talking trash about each other and then using minorities as a prop. That is politics. 2020. Like if you think people on the right don't do this shit too, that's not honest either. Both sides are doing this. And so I don't know. It's just like I don't want to vote anymore. I've got up at that point now. Like I don't want to vote for anyone. So for me, the clear choice was Yang or nothing. Yang or bust. And then now it's bust. And I'm not gonna get weird about it. I'm just like, okay, it's bust now. So fuck it. I'm gonna move on. Yeah, and then like, okay, maybe if I don't know, maybe I might if oh man, jeez. Who would I consider supporting if they won the primary, right? Only one way that would happen. If Yang becomes a VP candidate for someone Even Joe Biden would be okay, I think. I think Joe Biden and Yang is probably the most natural fit. Because, Biden has experience running a campaign with a person of color, you know? What are you trophies or people? You're trophies, man. Come on. Get with the program. You're just there to make it seem like they care. Yeah. But anyway. So eat fruits that anti-brain health. Do I need more brain health? Maybe I do. Ooh. My brain is a little warped after that campaign, but maybe it's a good thing. I have definitely changed my views on a lot of things since this campaign started, so I'm not the same person. I like to think I'm a better person, but that's yet to be seen. But what else is going on? So I would maybe consider. So it kind of depends on the candidate, but I might consider supporting the Democratic nominee if Yang is in their VP slot. I'm in my, let's just say, mid 30s. I know I don't look it, but I'm not young. I'm not that young. So you millennials and your avocados and shit. I like them. I like avocados actually. But you millennials and your, I don't know. Oh no, like I came to Los Angeles and then I was looking for a job and then I got a job and then all of a sudden all my money's gone because it all goes to rent, and it's like I have to make a decision between having health insurance and paying rent, Ryan. I'm like, come on, you snowflake, get over it. Get 5 jobs. Get 5 jobs and no kids. That's how you survive, Outer the lights. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the sun? Did you enjoy my old job, Minisef? The one at the mayor's office? I did, actually. I did data stuff. I did data stuff for San Francisco Mayor's Office of Housing. I'm good looking, though. Really? Thank you. Okay. Sure. Maybe. Yeah, this time of day the sun is a little. So. What was my favorite job I had? My favorite job was. Let me find something a little more upbeat. You finally accepted his friendship. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I'm not here to pick up girls. Okay, just to be clear. That's what happened when you get old. You know, when you get old, you're like, ah, fuck, I don't give a fuck. I don't care anymore. That's not true. There's a lot of men who are like, oh man, I'm old. I gotta try to, you know, hit on everything that breathes. You know who the flashbulb is? I've been into this. I've been into these guys. It's like, hey, they're pretty good. But my favorite job, okay, this is gonna be like a weird thing, but it's a long story. But I used to work for the library at UCLA in Los Angeles. So it was this storage area. It looked like a bunker because you know these were the libraries. You know these like I'm not kidding either. These were the libraries are like that was supposed to like preserve the knowledge of humanity in case of you know global nuclear war. So if the world goes to shit, I would have been safe in that library, you know. But they had a weird project where they wanted to do a test on a digitization machine. So it's really simple. It's just you get a book, put the book on the camera stuff, the camera apparatus. You press a button, it takes a picture, and you flip the page. You press the button. You take a picture. He thought Santon looks like crap on pad stream. Yeah, I mean he's probably stressed up. Yeah, I think a lot of people are taking this pretty hard. It's okay, man. It's okay. We gave it all we got. But anyway, I like that job a lot. I like that job a lot because it was kind of like it was like an experimental machine, you know, which honestly didn't work that well, but whatever, you know. It's an experiment, and they kind of gave me my own space. So I was like, man, like, what's going on? Like that was during the recession, you know, during like the 2008. People were like losing their jobs, or I don't know, too many people lost. No, there was massive cuts. Yeah, so. Oh, maybe he's hungover. Yeah, that would explain it. But anyway, I liked that job because I had a lot of autonomy, and the thing is, I could finish my work in like 3 or 4 hours, and then, and the big like the big dork I am, I spent that, you know, I'm like, okay, I got my okay, I'm done for today. I got it done in 4 hours. I have 4 hours more to go. What do I do? So I spent the rest of the time writing academic articles. Yeah, you know, I was writing essays and articles for fun, and then that was fun. You know, I was just like, do you still drink tea every day? I do. I drink tea, either tea or yerba mate. You know, one or the other. This is not really yerba though. It's tasty caffeinated soda. That's what it is. That's like not bad for you. Not as bad. You're in Kenjataimu right now. Where is that? Damn, that sounds exotic. What teas do you usually drink? What is this? Is this like Ask Ryan his personal questions? When is it? What are we going to talk about housing? Ask it in the form of a housing question. Then I'll answer it. If teas were made out of housing, what? No, okay. What would you like to? No, we're made out of. Okay, I like green teas. What's your favorite color, Ryan? If you don't ask me in the form of a housing question, I do not understand. It does not compute. So I like green teas, you know, and there's several different types of green teas, right? This is where I'm getting really Japanese. Okay, I like sencha, which is just like a plain green tea. And hojicha is roasted green tea. I like that. Genmaicha is really good too. It's just green tea again with you seen those popped rice? You know, it comes with like a rice and has a kind of a nice nutty flavor. So those are my favorite. Green tea. They're all green teas. But I'll drink any tea too. I'll drink black teas, you know, white teas. But the massive stockpile I have in the back there is, yeah. Have you ever lived with a roommate? Oh yeah, many times, man. I have lived with many roommates, but now I'm 37, and I'm getting kind of old and kind of want my own place, which is a luxury, I understand, but that is what I am fighting to maintain right now, if that makes sense. So, if I like seriously run out and completely go fucking broke, then I might have to move back in with my parents, you know. That's the end. Which color house is your favorite? Trick question. Stop judging housing by its color. That's racist. You should be accepting of all colors. I actually don't have a favorite color. Maybe orange, you know, this kind of orange. Jasmine tea is not bad too. Oolong tea is not bad too. I like Chinese teas too, you know, but I'm just Japanese, so I just like the green teas, you know. Do I ever walk around naked? Of course. When you live alone, you don't have to care about that kind of stuff. Or if you're, you know, if you're living with your girlfriend or something and you're comfortable with that. But I do not, you know, I try to turn the camera off if I'm doing that kind of thing. I hope I did. I hope I didn't do that on stream. That'd be I could get in trouble. I can get in trouble for that. You want a vine-covered small brick house. So I've been living with roommates up until, I would say, until I was 33, 34. And then I suddenly had enough money to live on my own, but then, ooh, I'm feeling the squeeze, you know? This is why I talk about housing all the time, because it's like, man, you know, I I would say more than half of my expense. I live pretty minimally, you know? And I would say more than half of my income, well, more than half of my expenses is rent, you know? And it drives me nuts just to think that it doesn't have to be this way, you know? We have chosen to make things expensive here. So, I mean, you see, I'm not feeling too optimistic about the future of American politics right now, you know? But now we have to figure out how to make it work, and I spend $900 a month. I am extremely jealous. Yes, this is the cost of living in LA. In LA, if you want a 1 bedroom, it's probably like that. Like average is 2,000 a month for one bedroom, and rising. Yeah. You can stop bragging now. I mean, damn. See, if we had UBI, you would pay my whole rent. You would pay my whole rent. Then I can focus on doing the important things, like finding drugs and doing nothing like everyone else says, you know? Like, come on. Damn. Why are people so jaded, you know? Wait, food and rent? Damn it, man. Don't be sad. Yeah, we'll live off rice and beans. Yum. I might have to do that too. But honestly, I don't do much. I don't do much outside of rent. You know, like I don't go out to the clubs every night, and then thought you got it big in tech. It's complicated. I made money in crypto. I cashed out at a certain point. Been living off of that. You know, living off of savings. That savings is starting to run out now, so I gotta get a job or figure out something, how to get some money. And, you know, now that the campaign's over, I have more time. So that's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm at. It's a lot of ups and downs, you know. I can't believe I like the crypto thing was like, wow, holy shit, you know, like holy shit. I've been like doing the startup thing for so long, and it wasn't even a startup thing. It was just like, you know, the investment that I just happened to get lucky in, and it's really weird to think that that thing has been carrying me this whole time, you know, this whole last 1.5 years, you know. And what did I do at that time? Well, I could have been shilling for Andrew Yang. You know, that is how I decided to spend my time. So, well, is that going to pay off? Is that going to pay off, or is it going to be a terrible thing for me? I don't know. Alright, we're going to find out. Hey, Corvo, welcome. We're not doing much, we're just hanging out, talking about life and, you know, things. You should be a therapist for money. Yeah, man. You know, you come and see what I need. What I need is people to come into my channel. And what I need is the government to pay me money for running this Twitch stream. Don't you agree? Don't you agree? Ryan, do you like Japanese people or Americans more? Oh, that's a question that if you're a politician, you should never answer. But I'm not a politician, so... I don't know, they're about the same. Yeah. They're about the same. They're about the same to me. Culture, okay. If you're talking about housing, policy, Japan wins hands down. Japan has a superior housing model than we do in the United States. The model we have in the problem with American cities is that they're designed around cars. So it's really bad for the environment. It's a waste of land space. It's you know, like the way we zone things in America is actually quite terrible. In Japan, you know, the weird thing about Japan is that in Japan, you go there. If you ever been there recently, it's like, and if you look at the map, right? Oh, let's look at the map, like Japan map. Government just want to arrest me and leave me homeless. Wow, that's partially true, you know. So if you just look at Japan, right? Like you look at Japan, right? Just like objectively, right? So it's like, man, that's a lot of mountains, right? Look at all those mountains. They're everywhere. The mountains are everywhere. And you have like very, very, very little space to build anything. So the way Japanese cities are designed, they're designed to be walkable, right? So you don't have to own a car. So that's why they have great public transit. Like, look at... it doesn't really help much, but, you know, it's just like, if you live around here, you don't have to own a car. You can basically live anywhere around here, take the train to work, take the train to the grocery store. They have a lot of communities which is mixed residential and commercial. Very good, you know? Like, you don't see that in America. Like imagine if you tried to start a grocery store in a suburban neighborhood, right? They'd be like, no, that's too crazy. Are you some kind of anarchist? You know? Like, what? Commerce and residential mixing? That is... What kind of communist slash capitalist madness is that? You know, it doesn't matter. They just say whatever. NIMBY say whatever. Like, NIMBYism is bipartisan, so okay, that became a really long question, but Anata wa Nihongo hanashimasu ka? Hai, hanashimasu yo. I am not gutless, by the way. Gutless is like this guy over here. I'm wondering what he's gonna do next, because he like totally created his channel around Andrew Yang. So now that he's out of the race, he's gonna keep it going. I don't know, we'll see. Oh man, let's check this out. This looks good.
Free or die state. And right now, it's so cold, I feel like dying. After the DNC shat the bed in Iowa's caucuses, New Hampshire has a real chance to be the first state in the nation to lead the presidential nomination process. I'm here at the state capitol to find out more. So cold! Ah! The only results out of the Iowa caucuses was just how bad they blew it.
I know, right?
An unmitigated disaster.
It could not be more of a disaster.
Nightmare disaster.
Disaster?
Disaster.
This is the death knell. If it's not the death knell, somebody should get fired.
So now the pressure is on New Hampshire to get it right.
All eyes now turn to the New Hampshire primary.
It's going to be the most important primary in the cycle.
I said,
Yeah, I mean, I did watch a few videos, and he is sometimes right. You know, Gutless is sometimes right. But I saw his one video at the very end. I remember him saying, like, yeah, the stuff I do in my real job is hard. This stuff I'm doing with Andrew Yang is easy. And I'm like, ugh. You know? if you ever thought this was going to be easy, you're not in the right place, you know. And so, so I'm like, after that, I was a little worried of what he was doing, and yeah, he did, you know. So he did donate his, I don't know, $50 or whatever he made from the videos to the campaign, to his credit, but I don't know, man. He's just like, I think he's just frustrated that the campaign didn't hire him or something. I don't know. He had his like personal vendetta.
Search the State House to make sure the
I just
people in
felt like,
charge
you
were
know,
hard at work.
it's like I felt like he was in it for himself, you know, not for the campaign. So that's the whole thing. You gotta be careful, you know.
Where the hell is everybody? This place was empty.
Yeah, we're talking about Guttyless. Yeah. There's a little bit of, you know.
The DNC's bowels after
I
they
don't
shit all
wanna-
over themselves in Iowa.
I don't want to
Turns out the governor was
fan the
calling a very
flames of
important
anything, you know.
last-minute press conference to explain how New Hampshire is the best at elections. We hadn't really planned for this, so we crashed the presser TMZ style. Turns out you can get in anywhere with a suit and a camera crew. You could sense that there was more at stake in this primary than usual.
Trevor Noah's from
The governor and what
South
appeared to be
America?
all
Not
the
South
Democratic
Africa, I
candidates came
think.
out to deliver their remarks. Warren, Bernie, Yang. This press conference had everything. An old man wandering around clearly confused. A PowerPoint presentation with voting clip art. And of course, a guy live streaming this on Facebook for likes.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to open it up for questions, I think.
Finally, the governor of New Hampshire took our questions. After a couple of softballs, I found my chance to ask the only question that Americans actually wanted to know.
Mr. Governor, after the disaster in Iowa, are you able to promise the people of New Hampshire and the nation that New Hampshire will not this up?
New Hampshire is going to get it right. We've gotten it right for 100 years. We're going to keep getting it right.
The governor's non-answer only raised more questions.
Mr. Governor, if this goes off without a hitch, how do you plan on gloating to Iowa? Are you willing to go on the record to say that Iowa sucks and New Hampshire rocks? Can you assure your citizens that your votes will be counted unless they're for Bernie?
I guess we'll have to wait to get our questions answered.
Mr. Governor, who are you voting for, Mr. Governor?
Will New Hampshire be a corn-fed cluster like Iowa? Only time will tell. But am I excited to get out of this freezing political pony show hellhole?
Yeah,
vote
there's a line,
yes.
you know. There's a line, and I said this before, but like, you know, I care about the housing stuff a lot, right? And I went up to, you know, I met Andrew Yang 3 times in person, and every single time I was like, please talk about housing. He did not do that, right? But I'm not taking it personally. You know, and some people are like, oh my god! You know, oh my god, why didn't you listen to me, Andrew Yang? And I feel like a lot of people get caught up in that, you know, like okay, yeah, Andrew is very busy, you know, and he has like thousands of people telling him, giving him advice, and like who are you again? You know? Yeah, man, you know, everybody. And the thing is, okay, like, maybe I need to make a video about this, you know? Pre-game, post-game, politics, right? So, this is becoming less so in recent years, which is kind of, unfortunate, but, you know, it's kind of like, there's kind of like this good sportsmanship thing, right? It's like, okay, I know I called you a lying son of a bitch a couple weeks ago, but hey, you know, I didn't really mean it, you know, it's just, you know, it's part of politics, and this is where it gets, like, kind of interesting and also depressing at the same time, because then it's like, oh, okay, so this is all just a performance. We're actually in you know, we're in a theater company, and it's me on the podium saying a bunch of shit, and you saying a bunch of shit, and you know, that's how it goes. And let's not take it personally. It's just an act. So, so I think so. When you keep that in mind, right? And I think once you know, once you're like can step back away from the race a little bit, what am I trying to say? If you can just step back from the race a little bit and sort of just like wash all that toxicity out of your system, you're gonna notice that there's a lot of people saying nice things about how Yang ran his campaign. You know, so ignore all that shit that was coming from other campaigns. Ignore the bots and trolls and all the media nonsense. If you just talk to people observing what had happened, I think you're gonna find that a lot of people were very, very impressed with the way Yang ran his campaign. So I think, you know, even the way, even the way he bowed out. So I don't know. It's gonna take some time, but you know, I just want the Yang Gang to be proud, right? Proud of what they did, and more importantly, try to use it to better their lives. You know, like it's a good time now for. Because I think a lot of people in the Yang Gang, you know, the Yang Gang has proven something in this campaign. And I think a lot of the Yang Gang themselves, they're underestimating how valuable that is, you know? It doesn't feel good, but it doesn't feel good right now, but it should. I don't know, you know, I don't know what else to say. It should feel good. So I'm feeling okay, you know, I'm bummed out just like everyone else, but yeah, let me pull that Warforged. Let me pull that up. Let me pull up that thing my friend was talking. Let me get that quote. I mean, I showed this several times. But, you know, this is some lady I met randomly at some AI networking event, you know, and I became friends with her on Facebook a couple months ago talking about AI, and I'm like, hey, you know, I'm doing stuff with the AI campaign, and they're like, okay, and then but see, she was like really sad that Andrew Yang dropped out, you know. Amazing people, integrity, yeah, integrity throughout the campaign was amazing, right? This is a random bystander, you know. This is not a political person. So, and all her friends are like, you know, see, people like him, you know. He has a good reputation, like, and when Bennett and Yang had that simulated Twitter exchange. Oh, I don't remember that. No. I don't remember that. See, they even noticed. They even noticed on the internet. Bennett Yang on Twitter. Okay, I'll check it out. So here's the thing. Now we have a reputation to maintain for Forge, you know. If you're like, Andrew Yang, now that Andrew Yang's out of the race, you know, who cares about humanity first? It's humanity last. Let's burn everything to the ground. And I'm gonna, you know, be mean to you on the internet for no reason. But no, it starts it out, right? Anyway, it's gonna be interesting. We gotta be gracious losers, you know. It's easy to be a nice guy when you're winning, but it's like it's kind of when you lose, that's when people's true characters show, right? So, base liberty. So I'm gonna be talking a lot about housing now. GIF, okay. GIF, Twitter. I was hoping to be here, but yeah, okay. From Andrew Yang Bennett, okay. Yang Bennett. Might be too long. I would like to signal to the press that will be attacking Michael Bennett at Dixie. What is this? I don't remember this happening. Wow, okay. That was pretty funny. Yeah, so Liberty, it's gonna be... Okay, so, hold on. Since I know you're kind of around here, yeah, so I think over this week, you know, we need some time to grieve, right? Like, I've been, you know, this is gonna sound a little callous, but I've been disappointed many times in politics before, so I'm able to recover a lot more quickly than a lot of the Yang Gang, I think, but yeah, so what I'm gonna do with this channel is, in a lot of ways, the channel is not gonna change that much. Like, judging from the Yang Gang, you know, at least from what I'm seeing, is that most of them are going to continue to support Yang, just not in, you know, we have an extremely loyal following, okay? So, some of us are going to follow him to the brink, and so if that's the case, then I should just keep on making content about Yang. What is he going to do next? You know? Is he going to be a VP? Is he going back to nonprofits? You know, what is he talking about? Like, how does he want? I don't know, right? So we don't know any of that yet. So we need to, yeah. So like, for example, today I'm not really doing much. You know, this is just streaming hangout day. I don't have a. Oh no, a lot of people are going to switch to Trump, you know. They probably don't see it as they probably don't see it as a switching sides, but they're more like, oh yeah, well, you know, if Yang comes back, they're going to switch back parties, right? If like Yang runs again, you know, it's pretty easy to switch your parties, you know, as long as you do the paperwork on time. But I'm gonna keep Andrew Yang in the name, you know, and so in a lot of ways, nothing's gonna change. I'm just gonna talk about more about housing, and if it relates to Andrew Yang somehow, I'll tie him in, because that is what, you know, my viewers come to expect at this point. Say, like, if this was any other candidate, we would not be able to do this. right? Someone like Castro, Beto, all those folks that drop out. This is probably the last time you're ever going to hear about them ever, So, yeah, and I agree with you. Trump is probably going to win now. I went through all kinds of scenarios, all kinds of, who depending on who wins the nomination. I'm just like they're all gonna lose. I don't see a path. The only way the Dems are gonna win is if there's a massive recession right before the November elections. And if the economy goes to crap, then the voters might punish Trump for it. This is very old school traditional politics. Like, if you want to win, talk about the economy, stupid. Like kind of like Tom Steyer, right? Tom Steyer was like, hey, you got to talk about the economy, stupid. Let's stop being stupid. And everyone else on stage is like, what the hell, Tom? Where did that come from, Tom? Like, I just realized, like, I'm like, wow, I'm free from all that bullshit now. I don't have to care about that. If they wanna like make a fool out of themselves on national TV, go ahead. It's not my problem anymore. That sounds like really bad relationship advice too, No, they did that. Like, literally 1 hour after he had made that announcement, I had a comment made in the YouTube, made in the YouTube's comment section. They were like, so are you gonna vote for Bernie now? Like wow, can't you guys wait at least like 5 minutes? Maybe an hour? Yeah, I don't know. Their campaign base is out of control. It's just
I'm here in New Hampshire, the live free or die state.
Like, I believe that most people on the Bernie camp are actually, relatively okay, but they have a toxic following that they just can't seem to keep under control. I don't know why. How will your YouTube content change? Okay, one, the videos are gonna get shorter. So that's something I'm working, okay, I can't say much, but I'm working with someone on producing, it's not even just videos, it's like written content regarding housing. And so I have a big project that I'm working on in that area, and I'll let you guys know when I get more information. But if I play my cards right, I can get my stuff published in places like Forbes or one of the mainstream media outlets. So that's a big opportunity for me, and I could potentially, that could lead to a lot of new subscribers, who knows? So, but I can't say too much yet. Mostly because we haven't figured out what we want to do yet. but so that's coming. That's kind of fun. I'll be talking a lot, about crypto. Yeah, it's kind of like investigative journalism, and unfortunately that field has kind of died, if you notice. if you notice what the New York Times and and MSNBC and CNN have been putting out lately. Investigative journalism is kind of dead. You know? Now the tricky part is that we have to figure out some way to get this to pay, right? Like, you gotta figure out how, you know, we have done our research and we're trying to speak the truth, and how do we do that while getting paid, right? It's not easy. So, I don't know, Kathy Griff, I don't want to get in the middle of that. Anyway, this is funny. Oh, I vaguely remember this now. Man, this is July. Man, this is July. It's been almost a year. Maybe not quite. But 9 months, that's a long time ago. I remember now, he was like, I'm gonna attack Michael Bennett. And I'm like, oh, that's funny. Haha. But I think, you know, I have work to do tomorrow. I gotta get started on that stuff I was just talking about. Okay, if you guys based, I mean, I like to think that I'm left or liberal, right? I don't know about left anymore, but I am liberal. And see, it ties into what our campaign was trying to do too, right? We were really banking on a massive turnout in Iowa. That just did not materialize, right? So because they didn't show up, the results basically became what the polls say, minus the peak thing, right? Like, yeah, I don't want to get into that, but yeah, I don't know, but I would identify as a moderate left, moderate left. I believe in good government, It's possible. It's possible to have good government, but you can't just let, you need checks and balances, just like anything else, But yeah, so Iowa having a low turnout is really bad. Because it's just like so embarrassing just watching the Pete people and the Bernie people, like, they're spending out so much energy arguing over literally one delegate, right, in one state, and they're just making this big deal out of one. And it's like, well, no, we're number one. You got to be number one. Like, it doesn't matter. It's like purely for the bragging rights. And man, you got to do the math, man. Seriously. Yeah, Iowa is gonna turn red because, rumor has it that Trump had a rally there in Iowa and New Hampshire, or whatever, at the same time, and it got, there were more people in those rallies than showed up to the Democratic events. It wasn't a rumor. Yeah. I guess it's just true. Yeah, it was huge, right? It was huge. I guess if you just look at the videos, right, it's kind of obvious, right? There's a ton of people and right now, the Democrats are just blind to it, you know, and so. You know, the big reason why I pushed for Yang was because he's the only one that can really beat him. You know, Yang is the only one that can beat Trump. And so they don't want him now, and so they kicked him out, and then, so now they're gonna lose. And maybe that'll be another wake-up call, but in my experience, people don't get woken up. You know, they don't get woken up just because they lose. They usually double down on the wrong path. Would you do a gaming stream once a I could do that. Yeah, I could get back into gaming now that it's over. You know, I used to make Fallout 76. So now I can do more fun stuff, you know. Oh yeah, caucus result. That's a good indication. I remember. Oh yeah, even the Red Eagle Politics guy was talking about it. Okay, keep in mind, this might not be the real results. You see all the energy they're putting in, you know, to get over one fucking vote. You know, it's just like, it's ridiculous. It's like, what, do you want to win or what? Holy crap. I am not a math teacher, but, I am not a math teacher, but, that's a lot. I think this is more than this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is more than that. A lot of people came up. A lot of people came up for Trump. So it's pretty likely that Iowa's gonna go red here. I don't know. I mean, that's what the numbers say. You know, it's not me. Look at it's the numbers. Stop accusing me. Stop accusing me of helping Trump by pointing out numbers, okay? So, you're voting for Pete? All right, that's your prerogative. That's fair. A little bit more, just a little, you know. Yeah, but see, this is a preview for what's going to happen during the general election, right? They see the thing, the worst part about this, like, hey, no insults, okay? Don't insults. Okay. Yeah, see, there's a lot more counts here. Wow. You know. Okay, maybe we have a chance. Okay. I don't know, this one is a little bit more murky. Is there total? Is there total count? I don't know. But the thing is, okay, you know what makes this so bad? I'm voting for no one. Love frosting, so don't bother trying to recruit me. Okay, I'll just be straight up. So, well, the thing is, the worst part about this, these people did not have to come out. Like, they didn't have to come out, right? Like it's kind of obvious that Donald Trump is gonna win the primary, right? It's a little obvious. These people did not have to come out, but they came out anyway, and that is a evidence that there is grassroots support. You know, as hard as it might be imagined, there's a lot of people out there that like Trump. So Iowa is probably gonna go red. New Hampshire is hard to tell. I don't know. See, it depends on what these people feel like after the primaries, right? I don't know. I don't recruit people. Okay, it wasn't. Sorry if I got a little touchy, but I get people all the time coming in and they're like, okay, Yang dropped out. Are you gonna support this and that? And I'm like, no. It gets a little tiring after a while, you know. Who is this Welsh guy? Check his housing policy. No. You can talk to Corvo. Corvo knows all about these guys. I didn't see Parasite yet, no. I should. I have more time now. I should do things outside of Andrew Yang, you know? I just don't get it. Well, no, every campaign does that. Love frosting, but you know, he just dropped out yesterday. So, you know, a little bit of you know, being sensitive to the fact that, you know, a lot of Yang Gang are bummed out right now. Should, you know, would go a long way. But dude, you know, don't come in like 5 minutes after the announcement and be like, hey, so we're gonna vote no next, you know, like, jeez. Sorry, I don't love Bill Weld anymore. The Libertarian Party got my heart now. Ah, yeah, you're a Vermin Supreme. You know, Vermin Supreme or bust. I should vote. Well, I am voting, you know. I'm definitely voting. I have my ballot right here. You know, I have my ballot. But I already voted for Andrew Yang, so it's too late. You know, it's too late. He's gonna get counted in the California primary. You can't vote for Berman on a Democratic primary, Cole. That's not how it works. So, betting odds for Trump winning went up when Yang jumped. Maybe. I do know that crypto prices went up. Yeah, Bitcoin. I know, this is where it gets weird, right? Still going up. It broke 10K in the first time in a very, very long time. You know, look at it. See, this is like back here, and then now it's going back up. You know, we're kind of in a slump here for a while, and then now that's, oh, okay, now that the Democratic Party is like in shambles, it's time to stock up on crypto, you know. Time to stock up on crypto, kids. Here's your shotgun. Gold is up too. Yeah, see, even gold. You know, when people are like, when they look at society and they're like, uh-oh, you know, that's when all these alternative assets start going up. So, you prefer caucuses over votes? I prefer votes over caucuses, but not. I don't know. It doesn't. I'm not gonna argue over which is better, you know. It's just it's a thing. Alright. Thanks for coming by, Love Frostin'. Have a good one. Yeah, sorry for getting a little snippy, but that is the internet for you. Yeah, so, okay, so, like, I talked to a Latinos for Trump guy. This is in California. Now, I did a... Actually... See, I can cater my channel. You see, I can totally turn this Twitch channel into, like, a politically ambiguous channel. Cause I get people, you know, I get people from the Trump campaign coming in all the time, and they're like, "Oh man, Ryan, you're so cool. You didn't yell at me when I said you supported Trump." I'm like, "Yeah, why would I do that? I'm trying to win your vote, you know? Why would I do that?" I know, man. If you just like stop, if you just don't, you know, if you just like don't. Never turn out new record? Ah. Votes cast in the 2016 Democratic primary. 29 to, okay. I mean, that guy's obviously a Bernie guy, but oh, but everybody did 30 times. I mean, see, the thing is, even if he's right, it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, we have Trump supporters in the Yang Gang, you know. That's why I don't like. I'm used to it, right? Oh, thank you for the comments. Yes. Oh, it's gonna be interesting. I wish I could give you guys more information, but I don't. Like right now, channel is going through a big turnover. Yeah, YouTube is shit. They don't pay nothing. Okay, I should. No, I mean, it's just short comments, but better than nothing. Turn on sub Twitch. Oh yeah, oh shit. Yeah, you're right, Corvo. I haven't done the path to affiliate thing yet. I'll do that tomorrow. I kind of don't want to do much today. Today is just hangout day, you know? So, you know, just hang out. It's okay, you know. We didn't get to where we want. What? 1111? Okay, that must be a sign. Hey, Wago, welcome. There's some feeling of relief. Oh, there is. There's a lot of relief, actually. I was like, you know, now I was like, okay. For example, okay, for example, this could have been my schedule. Alright. It's like, well, every day I could go to any one of these things. You know? And If you don't go to these events, you're a bad person because you don't want Yang to win bad enough. You know, I'm like, holy shit, crap. I should go to Fullerton tomorrow. I should go tabling. I need to go Riverside. Oh shit. You know, and then now I'm like, oh, boop, they're all gone now. Now tomorrow I can go like, oh, hey, Frames Doomer political panel. What the hell is that? I don't know. I could go check that out, right? I gotta do the YIMBY stuff here and yada yada and like so now I'm like, okay. Can you mail me so I can stay in touch? Of course. Use this email. Way you go. You know, contact. This is my public email. I don't know. This was this calendar, not calendar. That what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Doomer. Yeah, so I don't know I don't know what that is. I don't know who Doomer is, but I'm just why not check it out now that I have the time, you know? The schedule is so organized, well, sort of. Sort of organized, yeah, you know. There's a difference between what it looks like and how it actually turns out, but yeah, that's a. At least I have it written down, right? Yeah, so all of a sudden it's like, oh, now they need their votes. They're all of a sudden they're all becoming nice to us, and I'm like, I'm like, no. No, thank you. And then if anybody comes into my channel saying that if you know, okay, oh, that's good to know, Corvo. Now I kind of don't want to go to that anymore. But it wouldn't hurt if I just, you know, let's take a little sneak peek what's going on. Anyway, if the Bernie people come in and they're like, when are you going to support Bernie? I'm like, I can't support Bernie because of this. And read the thread. If you have any more questions, just ask me. Thank you very much. Sure. I mean, this looks like a real post. Why? This is someone from my know, so okay. There we go. I don't like commies. Well, you have a new comment? Okay. Yeah, I remember your Hey, where are you? Shouldn't you be on here? I'm pretty sure this is not you. You don't care about Yang that much. The last video, really? Huh? I don't know what's going on, man. Like, these things, they don't work properly. Hey, Nelly. They don't work properly a lot of times. YouTube censored you? Really? Did I mute you by accident or something? Hold on. Let's see. So it's not here. Definitely is not here, huh? I mean, let me check it on the page. No, not on the page. Hello everyone, this is Ryan. I see. I don't see. I like kebabs, man. Where's the kebabs? Oh wait, maybe here it's here. Oh, there they go. There you are. It just takes a little while, okay? Oh man, this is what I mean. Like millennials, man, they're like so impatient. You know, back in the day, when you wanted to tell someone I like kebabs, you'd have to bust out a piece of paper and write it down with some ink, and then fold up the piece of paper and put it in more paper, and you attach some sticky shit on it, and you give it to a stranger, and that stranger gives it to another person, and then they're like, and then you read it, and it's like, I like kebabs, and then you're like, okay. It's a long process, but now you get all bent out of shape if the comment doesn't come out. You don't think Bernie Bro could try to crash it? Don't worry about that, QP. Don't worry about that. If they're dumb enough to do that, they're gonna deserve what's coming to them. I don't mean that in a nefarious way, but they will. You know, they'll be. You know, some of the Yang Gang folks are. They ain't fucking around. You know what I mean? You can make infographics anime. Oh yeah, based everybody. Like all that stuff is coming, man. So I'm working with someone who has all these crazy ideas that he wants to do with housing, and we're on the same page about what the solution is, right? You know what the solution is to the housing crisis? Build more housing, right? And somehow that has become difficult thing to talk about. So he wants to break that mold and like really change the way people talk about housing. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do, you know? And so I can't, man, you see, it's all coming. And the thing is, you know, I made this connection with this guy like literally last week, like literally, and so I was like, oh man, you know, if the campaign didn't go on, see if they quit at Iowa, you know, if the campaign quit at Iowa, I wouldn't have this, right? Like, so life is crazy, man. Jesus. It's let us build more housing. Sure, yeah. I like kebabs, but give it a few minutes. Oh man. Goddamn millennials. Goddamn. So like, come on. Sometimes when you send a message up into space, you know, it takes a few seconds, you know? It takes a few seconds. Calm down. Where's your kebab? Wait, did you delete your comment? Wait, what's going on? It appeared before you liked it, now it's gone. Oh man, I remember this. Okay, hopefully this is the last time I get a hostile comment. Well, you know, it's gonna come. Like this guy, you know. Just kind of like, oh, look at this. You know, I'm gonna hide this. Yeah, just a little. Yeah, I gotta think about branding. I have to switch out this picture soonish anyway. So this is the test, okay? So this is the test. Now that Yang is officially out of the race, I should stop getting hostile comments from other campaigns, right? Unless they're real incompetent and dumb. I should stop getting hostile comments. We don't know. This is the whole problem with the internet. We don't know where these people are coming from. You know, I feel like some of these people could be even foreign, right? Like, who knows, right? Like, they could be just like here, just like talking shit. And yeah, you will always get bad comments on the internet. That is true, but it's different when it's political, because there are people who do this sorts of things for a living, like, you know, professional internet trolls. That's a depressing job, but yeah. And so right now we're just like, because the people in power, they don't understand how this stuff works. It's just a big mess, you know. Like, yeah, like we have proof that Russia meddled in the election somehow, you know. But it's probably not like, you know, they did not have an elite group of Russian hackers target the DNC directly. You know, it's not that cool. It's just like they hire paid trolls to harass people online. You know, it's cheap. You just gotta get, you know, just like find some disgruntled guy, you know, in Eastern Europe and pay him $5, and he's like, hey, you wanna just, you know, here's the keywords, right? Here's the keywords that identify Andrew Yang supporters, and here's the keywords identifying Beto supporters or whatever, and just you know, just be a dick. And you're like, what? I could get paid $5 to be a dick? I'm a dick anyway. You know, I do that. That's my job anyway. So, so they do that. It's easy. It's cheap, and if they get caught, you know, they're nobody, right? They're nobody. They can just deny them and then throw them under the bus. No one gives a shit, right? So I think a lot of people on the internet are a little bit naive about that kind of things, you know. I didn't think my channel was big enough or important enough for any of that to happen to me, but I'm just like, every fucking day someone comes in into my channel and they start talking a bunch of nonsense every time I start talking about housing. It's really weird. And I think it's someone from the Bay Area that tipped them off, or I don't know, someone who had a grudge. You know, San Francisco is really weird like that. Alright, Corvo. See you around. Thanks for being a pretty loyal viewer. I made affiliate. You know, right? You know I made affiliate, right, Corvo? Because you're the one who usually asks. So I did tell you, right? Yeah. I hope I did. You never betray anyone. Okay, I'll look that up later, Corvo. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a joke or not. Asked me to host you a few times. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, see.
In the meadow?
In the meadow.
So right now I'm figuring out, like, okay, now I have all this time. What should I do? So part of that is that I want to get more involved with the Twitch political community. I said I was. And then NGA dropped out. So I'm like, oh, well, how am I gonna present myself to you folks, right? I gotta figure that out. So, you know, if you have any recommendations or you want to start something, let me know. You have a new hat? I wear these, Nah, man. You know, the swag is a representation of good times. I hope you had a good time with the campaign, you know? So, I don't read motivation or productivity books. I do not. I'm like, those books are usually, I don't want to cause no stir, but those books are usually marketed and targeted specifically to people who like talking about doing things but not actually doing it. And so I would recommend not take it with a grain of salt. You know, sometimes they have good advice, but like if it was so easy, you could just read a book and then like become this productive machine. Any tips on staying productive? I mean, work smarter, not harder. Man, that's a really hard question. I don't know, man. I don't know. Where does it come from me? Why am I doing all this shit? You right? I'm not getting paid for this. Like, why am I doing this? I think, like, to be honest, if you want to be, like, it really depends. Like, you know, I come from an art background and I'm a musician, right? I'm trained in music. So my way of staying productive is figuring out how to be inspired, right? I need to be inspired to do my work. And if I'm not inspired, my work is shit, you know? But for some reason, I haven't had any problems with that. At least up until now, you know? So, but it's hard, you know, especially if you have obligations, right? If you have obligations, like you say you have a family, you have a kid, it's like harder to do that kind of stuff. Because then it's not just about you anymore, right? You got to take care of like the people around you. So, but yeah, art is bad because artists are like, they don't have enough time to work on their art because they're working 3 jobs just to pay rent. You know, it's not the artist's fault. It's society. You know, and so that, yeah, no, you're totally right because now the only people who can make art is or if you're like super rich and you don't have to work. And if that's your specific, if that's the perspective that you are propagating to the world, it's probably going to be kind of crappy because it's like, well, here I am, I'm an artist. You know, I married someone who I'm married into money. Now I don't have anything to do, so I'm just pointing this picture of that apple, and you know, because my husband or wife is very well connected into the art world, I'm gonna nag him or her until I get my, my mediocre painting of that apple in a museum, or I'm gonna be really sad and bitch about it all the time. So do it, husband slash, wife. And then they're like, oh man, well, hey, come on, but like, I have a reputation to maintain, but yada yada yada. But you don't want to piss off your spouse, right? So then that's why you get the, I'm being very specific, it's kind of funny, but because I've seen it happen before, and that painting gets put on in the show of MoMA, right? Museum of Modern Art, and then the wife is happy. The wife slash husband is happy, and then the public comes in and like, wow, that's really underwhelming. What happened here? But because said person, said artist, does not interact with the public in any way, they're too good for that, they'll never know that they're kind of not very good, So good for them. Yeah, no, but the nepotism is so gross. that's why I'm not in classical music anymore, Oh man, you sound like an old man based. Based Liberty there. You sound like an old man, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. And it's not because the artists are bad. It's because they don't have time to make their stuff. All right. This is why I really wanted UBI, because if we get UBI, that gives artists a little bit of cushion so they can work on their craft and not have shit. Yeah. So anyway, going back to the productivity question, I don't know. That's really up to you. And but I think one thing to realize, I think, at least for me, was that you have to ask yourself, are you a what's the word? Oh man, it is hard because it's so complicated. Like, yeah, maybe one thing to ask yourself is, are you someone that works well in a structured format, or are you someone that thrives in chaos? I think those are the two big ones. So, and the tricky thing is that, okay, some people do very well if they're like, okay, I'm gonna write 2,000 words a day, and I'm gonna stick to that schedule, right? And they're very, very consistent. And you can also, but you can become successful doing that, You can actually become pretty successful doing things by regularity, Some days you're not gonna have very good stuff, but as long as you do it every day, you'll get better. Other people, they only they produce things only when they're inspired, and if you go too far off that direction, then you're unreliable, and no one wants to work with you. It's like, but I'm creative. But then I'm like, but I run into musicians like this sometimes, where they're like, but I am this creative genius, and they are, a lot of times they're very good, and then, but if they don't show up, oh, sorry, I got drunk, and I got really high, and I know we're supposed to meet at noon today, but it's 5:30, and I know you guys are pissed at me for not showing up, but I used to work in music. Yeah, most return office jobs boring. I mean, they are boring, right? So I don't know, you know. So you gotta think about. I think the most important thing about like staying productive is that you have to have a goal, right? This is all the same shit they teach you anywhere, right? It's just like you gotta have a goal. What is your goal? What do you want in life, you know? And you gotta really think about that. And if you don't know, you're not gonna get anywhere, you know? Because you just be like, well, I don't know. Well, since I don't know, I guess I'll just do this that's over here. Your goal is to destroy communists. Okay, that's a good start. That's a good start. So, if you want to destroy communism, think about what is the best way you can destroy communism. You know? Is it through internet comments? Is it through... Maybe the best way to destroy communism is to become, you know, like do politics. I don't know, right? Like, so... I don't know. That doesn't seem like a personal goal to me, though. You know, that's more of a... Yeah. Like, I want to save the world, you know, that kind of thing. I'm talking something like, what do you want for yourself on a personal level, right? So if you want to destroy communism, maybe there are jobs out there where you can destroy communism. Think about it. What about a lawyer who sues the government for being dickheads? You know, I have a friend that literally does that. You know, I'm not kidding either. See, it's these folks, YIMBY Law. They go around, and they're like, hey, such and such city, you haven't been following your own housing laws. Cut that shit out, you know, and then every lawyer might quit. Yeah, it does get boring. Yeah, I mean, you know, this looks cool, you know. Sonia is really cool, by the way. She's also Yang Gang. Yep. Sonia is really cool. But yeah, she goes around suing cities and so. But it sounds cool. She's been in the press a few times, but the problem is I was gonna say it is boring because I think when you actually sue someone, you have to write a lot of documents. There's a lot of documents, and so it's like most of the time you're just writing out stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of downtime. It's kind of like most of the time you're just filling out documents, making sure that, you know, your case is legally, I don't even know what the word is, you know what I mean, right? Okay, so yeah, so Based has a lot of ambitious goals, like you know, defeating China. Wow. Okay. I don't know, it's fine to have ambitious goals, right? But every time you think about it more seriously, you know, that should give you a little bit more direction to what you want to do on a personal level, right? You gotta try to like try to connect your situation in reality to that goal that you want. What's your goal in life, YIMBY Arts? That is a really good question. I know, Sultan, and this is something I've been thinking about a lot. And so right now, I'm in kind of a crossroads between, okay, you know, I've done this YouTube thing for about a year. I have 1,100 followers, and I made $11. You know, I made $11 in the last month. Hey, that's $11 more than I used to. But you know, considering how much time I spend on it, this is not worth the time. No, it'll be worth the time if I can grow this. Like, it'll have to grow at least 1,000. Like this will have to get to the 100K range, you know, before I can realistically start paying my bills. So it's between that. Like, should I go all in, right? Should I go all in this? Or should I take the safe route and just start looking for a job, right? A regular job, office job, tech job. Yeah, we see, we're just here to brainstorm right now, you know? There are no wrong things. Talk politics on wire, because that is a good idea. I will. Yeah, so. See, as a counterpoint to that idea, some people will tell me, you know, you should go in real deep with the Yang Gang and just like, you know, just be like, oh my god, you know, you gotta see my channel if you really love Yang, you know. And so I could target my... See, I could go either broad or I could go very specific. And I don't know, right? Like... Yeah, and YouTube is very oversaturated as well. You know, it's very competitive. So if you don't have your own niche, then you're basically screwed. You know, there's a lot of people on YouTube that were making, like, you know, Andrew Yang react videos, or like, they're like, oh my god, Andrew Yang is like 5% in the polls. Isn't that crazy? And that's it, right? Like, that was the whole video. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm kind of in a crossroads where, okay, do I start my own business? Because I have someone to learn from right now. But it's hard when you're like, oh my god, I'm running out of money, you know? So my gut is telling me just to do this shit. You know, just go for broke, you know? My other side of my brain is like, don't be dumb, Ryan. And also my mom tells me this, don't get a job. You know, I don't want you going through, you know, like I come from a family of government workers, so they're very risk averse, you know. And so if you're financially secure, go to YouTube. Yeah, but the thing is, when you look at the truth, right? If you look at the reality of a lot of these founders, well, no, actually, I don't want to talk about that. It's more like, yeah, they did have a like yeah, you know, like what's his name? Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates. They had a safety net, you know, and you know, so I could do it. You know, like worst case scenario, I'll go broke, and then I'm like, oh, nah, help. But you know, my parents would help me out if it got that bad. So oh god. But right now, I'm honestly leaning towards the business thing, because it's just like, I've applied to a lot of places before, and they don't want me a lot of times. Yeah. Yeah, they come from wealthy families, and They're like, oh man, I'm so badass. I am dropping out of the Harvards, right? It'd be different if they grew up in the projects, right? They grew up in the projects, they got to Harvard, and they're like, this is not good enough for me. Whatever. It's a different sort of thing, you know? So if you look at most successful CEOs and founders, a lot of them had a safety net, you know? It's like, a lot of times they like try to paint this picture like, oh, rag to riches, you know? I'm like, wait, you had a good... And then, you know, you do a little bit of research and like, actually, you came from a pretty good family, you know? You just try to make it out like you were some kind of working class hero or something, I don't know. Feel that Asian Americans get held too much start than others, which isn't fair. Yeah, that's true. I appreciate that, but we kind of do it to ourselves too, in a way. Oh man. Wow, that is really rude. Wow, that's really rude. What happened to her, man? I heard, I had heard a lot of things about her. Wasn't she a Warren supporter or something? Yeah, man. See, I don't want my channel to turn into that. Yeah, to be frank. So I'm pretty judicious of like getting rid of people who are just kind of toxic and don't contribute anything, you know? She failed her relationship with Destiny and became what Destiny? What is this? Is this like Twitch? Oh man, is this like political Twitch drama that I don't know about? Like Destiny is a streamer as well, and they were like dating. Oh, and then he was such a turn off that ooh, now she's like totally ooh. Oh god. Yeah, see, I'm too old to get involved with that shit. I'm like, yeah, like get over it. He said she was a gold digger. Ooh, wow. No wonder she's so popular. Everybody wants to find out. Everybody wants to find out what happens next. Destiny is a neoliberal. Okay, let me check it out. Okay, this is very interesting. Yeah, I'm not doing anything anyways. I can do this. I can fuck around today. I'm gonna be writing all week today. So Destiny. This guy? Is it this guy? I mean, I only see one. It is this guy, okay.
Thanks, Ezra, for the 14-month resub. Nice.
Hey, he's very popular. I want to follow
next,
him.
PoE run.
Hmm?
Good luck on your next PoE run.
Thank you. I've been playing like RimWorld the past 2 hours.
Yeah, how's that going?
Monkus.
Yeah, really good. I was trying the naked survival thing where you just start with nothing.
Mhm.
And I think it's around like 30 hours now.
Is Wish a thing in Koibus World?
Fucking love RimWorld.
Yeah, it's so good.
I like Rainbow too. Oh man, this guy is so great.
Although
oh man.
I had a child.
Destiny is so great. He likes Wimworld. I like
It
Wimworld.
walked over like 3 different traps and decided not to dodge any. So it died.
Oh man, I know what he's talking about too. Traps. Oh man, he
Have you ever
dodged
played
3
other
of them.
games
That's
like
a
that?
lot.
Like, have you heard of like Frostpunk or Oxygen Not Included or Factorio?
Oxygen not included. I love that
No,
game.
I've not played any of those actually.
Prison Architect.
Oh man, Destiny, you're so smart.
I'm trying to think actually if I have
Okay.
played anything else like that. No, I
Okay,
mostly played
whatever.
Kingship a lot.
So anyway, he's a neoliberal. I have friends. I have friends who identify as neoliberal, and they're like, "Why are you calling yourself that?" You know that people don't like that term, right? And they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna take it back, man." Am I okay? Good luck with that. Is he a little? Well, I mean, according to Based, but I don't know. What does he identify as? Let's do some research. Okay. Okay, so he's doing pretty well. He does this full time, I'm guessing. You know, he has all the. Oh man, is that her? Is that her back then they were back then they were dating? Oh man, ooh, you know, I don't know about these. Like, you know, I don't know about these. Celeb, you know, Twitch celeb relationships. Sounds complicated, you know, and then something goes wrong, like everybody knows about it, you know. Damn. Well, how about this?
Every time you say, "Are you serious? Are you actually?" Everybody's watching you pivot because you can't answer a single fucking question.
That's me.
It is a pivot.
Can't believe that you're this. Destiny, is this your podcast? Do you pose the questions?
Yeah, this is my podcast. I do pose a question.
Now hold on. Every single one of us should be pissed off at Twitch for having a process like that.
It's actually shocking that you went to law school and you're making this argument.
Oh, I don't even know if it's racist, but it's the G word. What is that?
Just say, I'll give you the G pass for this one. Okay.
I don't know. They sucked me in with the drama, QP. It was just like, you know, and it was just like, oh, did you know that Destiny and Bad Bunny used to go out? And I was like, it was like, oh, ooh, that's juicy stuff, man. And
Great. Okay, let's start with it. What it was, she's the
entire business is.
So anyway, I need to do more stuff like this, and I'll just be like, hey, and I'm just gonna cross out, and I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. All right, so I don't have black, so it'll have to be green. But you know, let's just be like, hey. Maybe this is not the best. This pen is like 5 years old, so I should dump it by now. How about this one? Yeah. So just cross it out for now, you know, like just like not Andrew Yang for president. It's and then you know, when it's time to do the next thing. So when it's time to do the next thing, I'm just gonna like, you know, fill it in. But you can't even see it. Ah man, fuck. Can't even see. Okay, hold on. I need a serious something more serious. have tons of pens. Where did they all go? What about this one? Yeah, that's better. All right, good, great, awesome. See? Now, when people are like, hey, Haji Yang's not running for president, then they won't give me shit anymore because I crossed it up. But I'm still here for Haji Yang, so they're going to be, you know, if I go on one of these things, you're going to be, hey, didn't Haji Yang drop out? And I'm like, yeah, he did. What about it? And so they're probably gonna wonder what's going on.
Fucking destroyed. This is what Twitch was worried about when there were legal provisions being discussed in Europe about being able to.
No legal process would have to be less than 48 to 72 hours.
Yes, and let's say that you get thousands of DMCA claims in a single.
The example you gave was Destiny himself doing it. Now, if you want to be all lawyerish about it and say, oh, it was actually fucking... Destiny is part of Destiny's community. Fine, you win, rules lawyer. But everything else you're saying is conspiratorial garbage. You've got no proof.
I really like that here, Raj. I
Okay,
really like that.
The problem here is how insanely damaging this is, because you're basically making a claim against me that's going to incite all of your communities, who, by the way, have already said they want to mass report my fucking shit. Okay, you're going to get these people.
Wait, when does he do this? When does he do stuff like this? I forgot. Someone told me I need to contact this guy. I remember now. Someone was like, "Hey, Ryan, you should like totally talk to Destiny, or try to get on his thing." And I'm like, yeah, and then I forgot. I forgot to do it. Sorry. But I you know, I gotta work my way up. I gotta find someone. Where's the calendar? See, man, I have so much time now, I can do anything. Wait, today's the 12th? Oh yeah, it is the 12th. So... that actor is skinny now. Wait, we were talking about... I don't know what's going on. I saw... Yeah, so Pete Buttigieg 2020, very clear who you support. I appreciate that. I saw him talk about Yang a few times. He is it a troll account? I don't know. He's been there. He's been here more than once. I don't know. I don't remember him causing trouble. But anyway, yeah. So I saw Bastion talk about, but he's not really Yang. I think he likes Yang. But at least for the last time I saw him talking, it doesn't seem like he is like a fully Yang person like I am. I am like, you know, not troublemaker. Well, as long as they don't as long as they don't cause trouble, I'm okay, you know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't care about the primaries anymore. So, my thing is gonna be like, hey, look at that Yang guy. Just doesn't know when to give up. I'm like, yeah, actually Yang dropped out, and I still have his sign over there. Like, what about it? What about it, punk? Huh? That's gonna be my whole thing. See, I'm figuring this out right now in real time. But humanity first, I'm gonna say, hey punk, in a nice way. So it'll be like, why, hello there, you know, citizen. What about it? Yeah, they do waste time shouting, but I do think I know, like, I've done this enough where I can, I know how to defuse people pretty well. What I'm not, but sometimes there's the opposite problem where people are too nice and they let someone ramble on for a long time. Like the last debate I was at, there was one person who was talking, I would say like 80% of the time, you know? Thoughts on YIMBY? Derivative and kind of silly. Also, not realistic. I can tell you why, because if you want public housing, where do you think the money for public housing comes from? Market rate housing. I work for the city, so I know. You know, we fund low-income housing with market rate housing, so you need both of them, you know, and the whole idea that you can only have one is extremely misinformed. Like, they just don't understand how things work. So, it's bad. It is kind of bad. YIMBY is another way of saying NIMBY. You know, that is the end result. So, anyway, so my goal should be on, like, one of these, you know, one of these round tables. Like opening a fizzy drink without it spilling. Oh, he's hosting someone else. Okay. Well, I guess he's gone. The run table at 7 PST. Yeah, it says that it's I'm not gonna do it tonight. I'm gonna try to make mine ciphers. I think that, do I have time on Friday? Someone said this one was a good one to go to. I think it was. Hey, oh man, I feel bad. I don't remember his name. But anyway, I'm gonna ease my way into it. Okay, I'm not in a rush. I'm still grieving. Okay. They're both bad. I know, but beggars can't be choosers. You know, I gotta start somewhere. So if they're really that bad, you know, it's think of it as an opportunity to do better. You know. Round table pizza. That sounds good. Pizza sounds good. Yeah.
How about?
Okay, but I only want to talk to people I trust. That's the thing. You know, I am tired of talking with people in bad faith. You know, host his own. See, the problem is that.
No.
No way.
Come on, no.
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 Only Discover has no annual fee on any card.
Limbaugh about Trump giving him the Medal of Freedom during the State of the
Yeah, I was on a round table with this guy last time. So, I don't know. He supports Bernie, right? So, I don't know. It was okay. Yeah, it has to be an account with a real face picture, or honestly, the best way to vet people is just talk to them, right? Got new piercings. All right. Super cute, right? I don't know. What? See, I'm old. I don't know. What's cool? What's cool, guys? Tell me what's cool, and I'll just do it. Okay, you want me to ride a skateboard? Well, no, I can't do that. So let's ignore that suggestion. You are cool. Aw, thanks, man. No, don't wear Crocs, okay? Dabbing out, okay. Wow, I'm gonna. Oh man, you guys are great. I know what's cool now. Okay, so don't wear Crocs. So I already win in that front. Dabbing out, and I gotta dab out now. I think I know what dabbing out means, but oh. Okay, I'm not doing this. No. I'm not gonna dance on stream. I'm sorry. You would have to give me a substantial amount of money to do that. Okay. So tomorrow, okay, what I gotta plan out my day tomorrow, so play a video game right now. I've been here for about 6 hours. I think I'm gonna take off. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, like this was nice, right? It was nice, right? Not having an agenda, just like hanging out, talking about random stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna take off in a few. I've been here since noon. Yeah. Order something nice. I already ate a burrito today, so I'm good. In K-pop, it's all the rage to die. I know I should like be like all take advantage of that Asian K-pop shit, right? And be like, hey man, I'm just like your boy band dreams or whatever, except that I'm 20 years older than you think I am. Also, that's actually not that far away from reality, you know? A lot of these boy bands are actually old men. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure... Wasn't it the Backstreet Boys, like... Weren't they like 32 or something, you know? Something like that. And you have all these teen girls all over. It's really weird. It's really weird, man. It's a little weird. It's a little inappropriate. I don't know. Maybe in K-pop they're different. Maybe they all are actually that young. You find out like a member of the BTS. You know, like Asians look kind of young anyway, right? Like, so, like maybe one guy in, you know, one of the members of BTS is actually like 45. K-pop going out soon. Oh, you noticed that? You notice that even in marketing. Okay, it's good to know. So what's the next big thing, man? What's the next big thing? Tell me so I can put money in it and sometimes win. Okay, so I'm gonna plan on going to this. Okay, I'm gonna plan on being here 7 p.m. Here's the 7 p.m. There's gonna be a big party. I'm gonna probably take a little bit of video footage. You know, just for good time's sakes, and we'll see what goes on. And quitting late 2000. Okay. All right, so I'm exhausted. So thanks a lot. Hope you know. Don't worry about it, man. You know, things will be okay. I just wanted to hang out here today and just make sure everyone's all right. So, okay, take care. See you later.